Hey, Mr. DJ, can you play Fridays Are Awesome? We're spinning some facts about a music career later on today on CNN Student News. First, though, a recap of two presidential events from the week, both related to religious faith. The National Prayer Breakfast is an annual tradition first attended by President Eisenhower in 1953. Every president since has followed suit. It's a chance for politicians to discuss how faith has shaped their lives. And yesterday, President Obama spoke at the event for the 8th time since he took office. That event was a day after the president visited a mosque in Baltimore, Maryland, and described Muslims as essential to the fabric of the U.S.
You're right where you belong. You're part of America, too.
President Obama had visited mosques in the past, but never before inside the U.S. There were mixed reactions to the trip. Some Muslim Americans said the president's mosque visit was overdue, that it came too late. Others praised his speech, saying it helped fight discrimination against Muslims in America. Republican presidential candidate Senator Marco Rubio said there's discrimination of every kind in America, but that the bigger issue is how to address radical Islam.
The United States, Japan, and 10 other countries have finally reached an agreement on a trade deal known as the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP. So what exactly is the TPP? It's a free trade pact that's meant to encourage more business between the 12 countries. Tariffs and import quotas for things like beef, rice, butter, and many other products would be lifted. Why are these countries banding together? The hope is the TPP will lessen some of the power that China, the world's second largest economy, has in the global marketplace. China is not part of the TPP. President Obama has been a champion of the TPP, and he's even had the U.S. Chamber of Commerce backing him. Those two haven't often seen eye to eye on issues about big business. Obama and other proponents have argued that the TPP will be good for American workers. Nike has said it would create 10,000 jobs in the U.S. if Congress passes the deal. But many labor unions worry that the TPP will encourage more U.S. companies to ship jobs overseas. And other critics of the deal aren't happy that most of the negotiations have been done in secret.
The Trans-Pacific Partnership has been signed. It's one step closer to being finalized. It's a trade agreement that involves 12 Pacific countries who together make up 40% of the world's economy. Their representatives met in Auckland, New Zealand yesterday to sign the TPP. It notably leaves out China, the world's second largest economy. U.S. officials say the deal would give America more influence and power in trading across Asia. And President Obama says it, quote, puts American workers first. But critics say it could mean more U.S. jobs moving overseas. Critics in Australia are concerned about higher drug prices. Critics in Japan are concerned about losing business if cheaper American imports come in. The TPP still has to be ratified by all 12 countries to take effect. That could take 2 years. We always find roll call schools on the previous day's transcript page at cnnstudentnews.com. So on Thursday's transcript, we found the Eagles. In Southeast Michigan, hello to Romulus High School. It's in the city of Romulus. In the capital of Texas, that's Austin. Thank you for watching from Gardner Betts Juvenile Justice Center. And from Indonesia, we welcome our viewers at Green School. It's on the island of Bali. People across the U.S. Southeast, from Mississippi to the Carolinas, are assessing the damage after a massive weather system thundered through this week, spawning tornadoes. The National Weather Service says at least 2 tornadoes raked parts of Mississippi. An emergency official says several homes were damaged in western Alabama, and dozens of people had to leave their homes in Georgia after a suspected tornado hit the Fort Stewart military base. In all, the Weather Channel says there were at least 10 tornadoes over the past few days. Thankfully, no one was killed. How exactly do these twisters spin down from the sky?
Tornadoes are so powerful they can flatten homes to their foundation. They can peel asphalt right off of a highway. And it can toss around 18-wheelers like they're small toys. Tornadoes can be the most deadly and destructive weather phenomenon on Earth. In fact, about 1,000 tornadoes occur every year in the U.S. That's more than anywhere else on the planet. Some of the strongest tornadoes can pack winds of 300 miles per hour or more. It can be as small as a couple hundred yards wide all the way to 2.5 miles wide, and their path of destruction can be a couple hundred yards or extend out 50 miles or more. When conditions are just right, you'll get warm, moist air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. That will collide with dry, cooler air from the north. When these air masses collide, it creates a lift in the atmosphere. And when you get those winds rotating and increasing speed with height, that will create a horizontal column of air that's spinning. Then you get a downdraft from a thunderstorm, and that will pull that column of air all the way down to the ground. And then you have a tornado.
Cotton candy. It's sticky, it's sweet. It was invented by a dentist. In 1897, Dr. William James Morrison teamed up with a confectioner. They invented a machine that would melt sugar and then force it through a windscreen. They called their invention Fairy Floss and introduced it at the 1904 World's Fair. Of course, the name didn't stick, but the one that did was totally sweet. Now that's random. According to payscale.com, disc jockeys or DJs make an average wage of $36 per hour. Most DJs in the U.S. earn less than $30,000 per year, but like professional athletes, the relative few at the top of their industry can make millions. So in pursuit of the dream, aspiring DJs are willing to do whatever it takes and learn as much as they can.
Watching an advanced DJ class at New York's Scratch Academy is a bit like learning a new language.
I can break it down to like any sort of small loop like one beat, just by hitting this loop button right here.
I do block parties, Sweet 16, birthday parties, baby showers. From all my gigs, I saved up to come here.
You'll see this same encoder is going to move these right here too.
Scratch Academy teaches around 180 students per semester, many of them like Dante hoping to turn this into a career. The rise of DJing has gone hand in hand with the rise of electronic dance music, EDM. In 2014, the industry was estimated to be worth almost $7 billion, up 12% on the previous year. More than half of that total came from people paying to see a DJ at a festival or club. So with more and more people trying to crack this market, it's time to find out how it's done.
So this is going to be called the baby scratch. This is the first thing anybody learns here. And whenever you feel like you're ready, let her go. We can play it for our audience.
All right.
That was great.
While at Scratch Academy, students learn on traditional turntables. With technology nowadays, there are many other ways to teach yourself.
There's CD turntables, there's controllers. You know, I even have people who come in here and they have a little app on their tablet.
After the baby scratch,
And 3 and 4.
there's the scribble scratch and the drag scratch. While clearly none of this is easy, the appeal is plain to see.
4 and 1. Very nice drop.
We guess to scratch the surface, you've just got to get in the rhythm of success. You can't be afraid of scratches, battles, fades, or slip discs, because after all, it's an industry where the goal is to drop and break records. I'm Carl Azus, and I'm outro.